there, my name is Juliana Horatio Ewing. I was born in Ecclesfield, England in 1841, and I'm a children's author and poet. You might notice that I don't have a British accent, and that's actually because I translated from my English to yours so that you can understand me better. Don't worry about thinking about that too much. I came to Fredericton in 1867, which of course, as you all know, was a big year because that was the year I married my husband, Alexander Ewing. Rex was stationed in Fredericton from 1867 to 1869 as captain of the Queen's 22nd Cheshire Regiment, and we moved to Fredericton just 1 week after we were married. And I won't lie to you, the journey was difficult. I've never been particularly strong in body, and my mother and sisters were very worried about that for me, but we made the journey and we were ready and excited to start our lives in Fredericton. We didn't have any servants for a time, which was quite a shock for me, though thankfully we did have Rex's most admirable orderly, William Clulow. The poor sap had to help us with household chores. Picture this, if you will, me gravely making our bed in concert with a tall individual in the uniform of the 22nd Regiment. I don't think he'd been much accustomed to bed making, but he had the greatest dislike to being supposed incapable of anything. So when I beat the pillows on my side, he beat his accordingly with the utmost silence and gravity. Though once when Rex came in and caught us out of the ghost of a smile disturbed his composure. Oh, and my Rex, an artist at heart to be sure. He's a composer and a musician and worked alongside Bishop Medley at the cathedral as an organist and as part of the choir. And he even started sketching because of Fredericton. We would walk around for hours sketching the local flora and fauna, the sunsets and rises, just trying to capture the essence of Fredericton to send home to our families. And the weather, that came as quite a shock to us. We'd been told about Canadian winters, but this was going to be our first time experiencing it. Mud and snow on the ground, sun shining, wind blowing. It was like swallowing very pleasant tasting and refreshing knives. Though Rex does say it's the bluest sky he's seen in any of his travels, and that the air is health and life, though when the wind is blowing, one knows what cold weather really means. I had a chance to write while I was in Fredericton. I wrote my book Recadom, which means house by the river, based off of the first house that we lived in while we were here. The second house was on George Street that we had as well. I got to try my hand at snowshoeing as well, and I was very proud of myself as I didn't tumble once. I've always been awkward to a degree on skates, so I was very happy that snowshoeing suited my constitution better. Rex, of course, was perfect at it right from the start, as he would be, and the glittering untrodden snow below and the big blue sky open above you, it really painted quite a picture. And I don't know if you've heard of the sport of the winter, it's called coasting. A group of ladies and gentlemen assemble at the top of a hill on a wooden toboggan with runners on it. You get nice and close and the person at the back steers with their feet, and away you go down a frozen hill at the speed of a freight train. My toboggan, Worms for Bait was its name, came to grief about halfway down and we tumbled into a drift, which really is like falling into a feather bed, but it's quite terrifying going at such speeds when you're not used to it, though mere children here think nothing of it. And did you know that they use little furs to mark where it's safe to cross on the river? I know that because of the sleigh ride I was taken on while here by the governor himself. 26 sleighs assembled in a line, red tassels, jingling bells. Rex and I cuddled close, and away you go over fields of pure white snow as far as the eye could see, only broken up by dark firs and country homesteads. Down through the barrack yard where the soldiers stopped and cheered for us, and then flying full speed across the frozen river. It was thrilling and beautiful, and my only regret is I wasn't able to capture it through sketching. Fredericton gave me much in my life. It gave me the opportunity to love my new husband. It gave me the opportunity to know the Medleys, who are truly the kindest people you'd ever care to meet. Mrs. Medley was like a second mother to me, and Rex and Bishop Medley got along so well being able to share their love of music. And Fredericton offered me more confidence in my writing. I always say that small writers are wanted as well as big ones, and there's no reason why donkey carts shouldn't drive just because there's coaches on the road. So if you have the desire to paint, or to sketch, or to survive a shipwreck, or anything in between, I hope you do, and I hope you live your life fully. I'll leave you with a poem that I wrote during my time in Fredericton. Some homes are where flowers forever blow, the sun shining hotly the whole year round. Our home glistens with 6 months of snow, where frost without wind heightens every sound. And home is home, wherever it is, when we're all together and nothing